Hey everybody, my name is Mike. I am not for Coltrane. Welcome to your Coltrane Tuesdays for the 26th day of November in the 2024 year of our shared common era. At the moment that I am here on camera, it is not the 26th day of November. This is a time-shifted episode this week because of how the schedule seemed to work out. So you may ask, how does that affect the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game? Well, let me do my best to explain it. First off, how the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game works on any typical week when I am live with the webcast. Well, people will give me song suggestions, and this part's the same regardless. People will give me song suggestions, and I have to respond to them regardless of whether I know the requested song. So someone might request a song that I do know, in which case I'll try to remember how to play it. Someone might request a song that I kind of sort of know, which means like I've heard it a bunch of times, but I never actually played it myself, in which case I'll have to try to figure out how to play something resembling the song here in front of everyone. Perhaps the requested song, I won't recognize it at all. Perhaps I will not recognize the requested song at all, in which case I will have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That, in a nutshell, is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game, and my tie is not cooperating today. So when we are not live, that's just terrible. We're going to try that again. When I am not live, that means that people cannot be giving me song requests in real time, which means we've got to find another way to get in the requests. But don't worry, we are still going to play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. It will use some other requests, and those who have been following the program for some time already know what that source is, but I'll save that as a little bonus for folks who might be new to the program, how that's going to work in just a moment. But first we're going to start off with a song of my choosing as we continue our theme of Not So November. These are songs that I have featured previously on the webcast, and I'm revisiting them for in some cases it's been a little bit, in some cases it has not been terribly long. The song that I'm featuring today is by another performer from here in Pennsylvania's Lehigh Valley. This is a song by Dana Gaynor. It's a song that I have done on a somewhat regular basis in my live sets when I've been out doing shows, whatnot. The song, let me make sure I have all the details correctly. It appeared on it was from an album called Storms A-Comin', which came out in 2017 by Dana Gaynor, and the song is called When Death Comes A-Knocking. So, as I said, this is something that I've been doing on multiple occasions on my own. Dana played this for a webcast I did at some point, and I just kind of fell in love with the song, and I've been finding other opportunities to get it out and play it. So this is another one of them. And incidentally, I featured this on the webcast. Let's see, this was episode 7 of season 3, which was back in May of 2021. That was, I believe, the last time I featured this particular song. It may not be the last time that I played this song on the webcast. But in any case, When Death Comes A-Knockin', Dana Gaynor, here we go. Well, I woke up this morning to some coffee and the TV news. There were people who were dying, the mamas they were crying, and everyone was singing the blues. It seems like every time I turn around I hear the same old tale. Then it leaves me to thinking I better not be blinking or the wind could start blowing my sail. When death come knocking, better smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it might be your very last pack. And if that old Grim Reaper says that you are a keeper, well, you won't be coming back. So up on your toes, better blow your nose and lighten up your bucket list. And in the wink of an eye, you just might die. It don't get no simpler than this. Every time I turn on the computer, there's people dying everywhere. Yes, everybody's got a little trouble. The Grim Reaper's always there. But when I look around me at the plight of my fellow man, I think we're all going, so we better be knowing that we won't be coming back again. When death come knocking, better smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it might be your very last pack. And if that old Grim Reaper says that you are a keeper, well, you won't be coming back. So up on your toes, better blow your nose and lighten up your bucket list. 'Cause in the wink of an eye, you just might die. It don't get no simpler than this. Well, the moral of my story, the message of my song, is to try to do the best you can, 'cause life ain't very long. Kiss your ever-loving partner, give everybody else a hug, and don't be up when it comes to it, or you're no better than a thug. When death come knocking, better smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it might be your very last pack. And if that old Grim Reaper says that you are a keeper, well, you won't be coming back. So up on your toes, better blow your nose and lighten up your bucket list. 'Cause in the wink of an eye, you just might die. It don't get no simpler than this. It don't get no simpler than this. It don't get no simpler than this. Little tremolo effect on the guitar there. Not sure if it comes through clearly, but it adds something for me anyway. Probably could have used a little more rehearsal, but again, the standard we shoot for here at the Not for Coltrane, or the Coltrane Tuesday program, is not terrible. That is the standard to which we aspire with new songs coming up here all the time. So, a few more things to mention about Dana Gaynor. I just also want to express gratitude. Dana has been very helpful in participating in a bunch of things that I've been working to put together over the years, various webcasts and the Lehigh Valley Song Project a few years back, and just back in the spring, a fundraiser we did for the American Red Cross, and the chapter of that helps folks here in the Lehigh Valley. So thanks very much to Dana. Thanks for writing the song, putting that out there. You can check out a lot of what Dana is doing these days with a band called Project 22. Featuring a lot of other excellent musicians from here in the Lehigh Valley. Dana is just a phenomenal human being, but also a lovely lead guitarist and jam band leader. So definitely check out Dana Gaynor, check out Project 22 and the cool things that she is doing with that. Other things happening soon. A thing that is happening soon I do want to mention, other folks who are doing cool things in the Lehigh Valley here, and in this part of Pennsylvania, are the folks at Your Next Favorite Band, the Your Next Favorite Band podcast. They have been doing a bunch of cool things. One of the annual traditions that they started a few years ago, one that I've had the privilege of helping with behind the scenes, the special live event is their annual Winter Wonder Jam. That is the Your Next Favorite Band Holiday Office Party. It is happening again this year. It is happening this year at Godfrey Daniels, the one and only Godfrey Daniels here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It is on Friday the 6th of December, and this year it features Joe Edelman, Emma Bockrath, and Kate Hughes, all on the Godfrey Daniels stage. It is a live in-person event. There may be moments from the live in-person event that get featured on the webcast for Your Next Favorite Band in subsequent weeks. But this year it is just on the 6th of December. It's going to be just an in-person event. So definitely get your tickets. You can go through nextfaveband.com. You can also check out things at godfreydaniels.org, godfreydaniels.org, and learn more information about things coming up there. Also, with Your Next Favorite Band, this other day I was seeing my friend Cass Noelle perform here in Bethlehem, and she mentioned that she is going to be featured on a very soon an upcoming very soon episode of Your Next Favorite Band. So definitely check out those things. Again, go to nextfaveband.com and follow them on all the socials and find out when things are coming up. Because of Thanksgiving this week, they may be off cycle, so definitely be following them to find out when the next webcast is, so you can join them for all of those cool things. Right. So now back to the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game, which is where I had set things up for that at the beginning of the program. I'm going to have to do a song, regardless. I'm going to have to play a request, regardless of whether I know the song that's requested. And again, the way that works, people might request a song that I do know, in which case I'll try to remember how to play it. People might request a song that I sort of know, in which case I'll have to try to figure out how to play it. People might request a song that I don't know at all. At least I don't recognize it by its title, in which case I will have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. And the request this week will have to come from, since I won't be able to have any live requests from people who are online right now at the time that you're watching this, I have a bag of pre-submitted requests. Some of these are quite old. Find out which one. This bag has been kicking around on the floor, so it's very dirty and dusty, but the songs inside it, probably not dirty and dusty, but we will find out. The requested song this week. Speaking of dirty, all right. So if I'm reading this correctly, the name of the song is "Who the F is Alice?" Or possibly the song is Alice. Who the F is Alice? It might be by a band called Alice. I have no idea. So Who the F is Alice? It apparently was the request was submitted here by Rothan, I think, and Terry. Maybe that's an R. I'm Ruthann. I bet it's Ruthann and Terry who submitted Alice. Who the F is Alice? Let me see if I can put this up in a way that people can actually. If I block the light there and then move this into the shadow, people might be able to see that I am in fact telling the truth. That the song is supposed to be Alice. Who the F is Alice? And the request is from Ruthann and Terry. Smiley face. I do not know that song. I think I'm going to leave the tremolo effect on. Let's see. Who the F is Alice? Alice, who the F is Alice? Not bad. I like it with the tremolo. It doesn't sound exactly like anything else that I can think of. off the top of my head, so it probably has, I'm not just ripping something off wholesale. Let's see here. I'm going to switch out the harmonica to match the key that I'm in, because as we've established, being able to just jam out on the harmonica is an excellent way of stalling for time. I'm thinking about the context in which someone might say, Alice, who the F is Alice? So this could be any sort of mistaken identity, but the most damaging one I can think of is when there is a moment of passion, and a partner might call out, "Oh, Alice," and the other partner happens to not be named Alice. This strikes me as well. That's the first thing that comes to mind in terms of when something like that might come up. But if maybe if the song were like multiple situations where someone was had that mistake. It wouldn't really happen with like food being served at a restaurant. Oh, but it could be like if you're waiting for a table at a restaurant, and it's really crowded. You've been waiting there, and all these people, and then finally it's the waiter calls out, and who the F is Alice? I think that's weaker. I think we're going to stick with the original idea, which is a romantic entanglement, wherein the wrong person's name escapes the lips of one of the individuals in a moment of passion, and it does not go well from there. Oh, maybe I'm addressing. Maybe it's the first person. Maybe the song is in the first person, and the yeah. All right. So let's see how this goes. Alice, who the F is Alice? Oh, I do need a first line. First line in particular, I need a rhyme. All right. I think I've got something that's all right. Let's try it. Let's see how this goes. Alice, who the F is Alice? My place, we were so close together. I brushed the hair back from your face, kiss your lips, I feel your pulse, they're right beside. There's no place to go, no place to run and hide. Us, we could not be any closer in our little palace, but then in our moment of passion I said, oh, I love you, Alice. tried to get back to my sense of composure, tried to explain what I meant, tried to offer you some closure. I didn't mean anyone, my Alice, it was just a word I said. I did not mean to confuse you with someone else who might have been in my bed, but you said Alice. Who the F is Alice? Who the F is Alice? Who the F is Alice? That is how a time between us ended. Had barely started, could not be defended. You decided that my slip of the tongue was all that it took. Threw us out of wandering. That ends the book, because I said Alice. Who the F is Alice? Who the F is Alice? Who the F is Alice? There you go. Alice, who the F is Alice? Not the, yeah. Again, I, as is my tendency, found a way to make it less dirty than it obviously would have been, including sidestepping a very clear and obvious rhyme for between us. Yep. That's the thing that happened. So thanks very much to those folks, I believe Ruth Ann and Terry, for their request for Alice, who the F is Alice. I mean, that is literally what it says on the thing, who the F is Alice. It doesn't actually spell out the word. So thanks very much to them. Check out Your Next Favorite Band podcast. Join us at the Winter Wonder Jam over at Godfrey Daniels. Check out Cass Noelle's episode with Your Next Favorite Band. Check out Dana Gaynor and Project 22 and all the cool things that they're doing. And I don't know what's happening with the Coltrane Tuesdays program for next week. We're going to find out together. Maybe not simultaneously, but we're all going to find out together what's going to happen with that. But until that time, my name is Mike. I'm not for Coltrane. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I'll see you some point in the near future.